Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for messages for all. I'm here in the United States. Aries, let's start with you for messages for the 22nd of March. Aries, whenever I look into you, what I see is I see you guys running up the steps, down the steps, up the steps, down the steps, up the steps, down the steps. And it seems like you're going just about as fast as you can. So this tells me that you're doing something that is repetitive and something that very well may be um, physically, something that's very tangible. I don't see this as emotionally, like you're thinking in one perspective and then thinking in another perspective. I think that you're going to be doing something that's very physical and very repetitive on the 22nd, Aries. Hello there, Tammy. Glad to see you, honey. Hi, Romy Bach, Lanice Jones. Hello, hello. Glad to see you all here today. Let's look at Taurus. Excuse me. Taurus, when I look into you, excuse me, I'm hearing healing in the water. Some of you may be going to some hot springs, some natural hot springs to do some healing. Some of you may be taking Epsom salt baths. Some of you may just be doing some emotional healing and going to a familiar place to swim or a familiar hot tub to just chill out and give yourself time to process things. But something is coming up about healing in the water for you guys on the 22nd. Cheryl Hegg, hello, hello. Glad to see you here. I haven't done Cancer yet, so you're still in time. Gemini, what do I have coming in for you guys? 22nd of March. Geminis, whenever I feel into you, what I hear is the word learning. Maybe some of you are at orientation at a new workplace. Maybe some of you are digging in and finding out information about somebody that is around you and sort of doing like your own little personal background check on them. Maybe some of you are learning a new job skill, but learning whatever it is that you're learning is actually the focus for the day on the 22nd for those of you Geminis that this applies to. Looking at Cancer next. Here you go, Cheryl. La da da. Cancer on the 22nd. What do I have coming in for you guys? I'm hearing that you guys are slipping between the cracks just by the skin of your teeth. So I feel like this is a good thing that you're doing this. Whatever it is, I feel like it's something that you want to be qualified for, that you want to do, and you're chosen, but just barely. Like if you're testing for something, maybe you just barely make the cutoff on that test, or if you're trying out for something, maybe you just barely make it in the door. So we don't really care if it's just barely as long as you're in the door, do we, Cancers? Good job, you. Gemini is your guy. Yes, he's learning all the time. He's a tech. Oh, yeah, they got to stay up to date, don't they? Right? Let's look at Leo. Indifferent Sky. Glad to see you back, honey. Leo, Leo, Leo. You mean the energy that I put out is so good for your stress. Leo, Leo, what do we have coming up for you guys? I'm hearing that on the 22nd, you guys are going to be seeing something in a new light. And I think that this has to do with your career or with your work. I think you're going to be getting more of a big picture view of things, Leo, on the 22nd. Virgo, let's look at you guys for March 22nd, Virgos. Virgos, I feel like there's a bond that you are feeling that you are really appreciating greatly on the 22nd. When I say there's a bond you're appreciating, for most of you, I think this is actually a friendship that I'm talking about, that you're just really appreciating that friendship. Maybe they're coming through for you in a way that they haven't come through before, or that most people wouldn't, or that you've never had to ask them to before. Or maybe it's just that you're getting to a point that the bond has lasted so long, just being able to look back at the memories and go, yeah, that person has been with me through a lot. But there's something going on where there's a bond that you are really appreciating. And for most of you, this is a bond of friendship. Thank you, Romy. Kika A, hello, hello. Glad to see you here. Guys, you're going to have to excuse me because the bad thing about doing this stuff is that I have to look at myself in the camera. And right now I'm driving myself crazy with my lips. So my apologies, but we have to fix that. You're up next, Kika. Libra is up next. Thank you guys for being so patient with me and letting me just be real with you all. Okay, so let's see about Libras for March the 22nd. Yes, exactly. Just in time. I think this is your first time here too, so welcome to you. I don't remember seeing your name before. Let's see. Libra on the 22nd. What do we have? I feel like you've got a lot of running around going on. I'm actually just looking at my room and I'm seeing like little things like running across the room. I don't know if you guys are seeing them or not in the camera. But I feel like, this is spirit showing me that you guys have a lot of running around to do a lot of errands, a lot of different places to be, a lot of things to take care of on the 22nd. This may feel like a hectic day. I do have the sense, though, that when you go to bed, you're going to feel satisfied that you got a lot accomplished. Yep. Uh-oh, why are you saying, oh, wow? Do you already know what your itinerary is going to be? Scorpio, let's look at you guys. Us guys, I should say. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. For the 22nd of March. Oh, I'm hearing jagged airtime for us Scorpios. So, airtime, let's define airtime. Airtime to me can be time in the air. So, we could be talking about in a plane or in a helicopter. So, there may be some turbulence that some of us are running into as we're traveling. Airtime, though, also think about cell phones, airtime. I don't know that cell phones, do they even charge for airtime anymore? In the beginning, they used to charge for airtime, and it was separate than the phone service. Anyway, this could be that we're having some jagged conversations on the phone tomorrow, fellow Scorpios. The other way I was thinking about airtime would have to do with like the internet or different communication apps, Skype, WhatsApp, Hangouts, all of those things. But if we've got jagged airtime, to me, this is talking about we could have jagged conversations. We could also be having a hard time getting reception as we're trying to talk to somebody important, whether it's on our end or their end may vary for different ones of us, but jagged airtime, fellow Scorpios. You do have some things you need to do. I think you're going to be busier than you think you are right now. Floral 90, hello, hello. I am fantastic, my dear. Thank you for asking. Glad to see you here. Let's see, Sagittarius. Sagittarius for the 22nd. Sagittarius, what I keep hearing for you guys is kick the door in. There is going to be something that you're doing very forcefully on the 22nd. For some of you, this may be, I feel like you guys may be finding yourself in some kind of emergency situation where it takes somebody to actually kick the door in to get to somebody and help them. So eat your Wheaties in the morning. That's all I can say about that. But for others of you, I think that this is more about there's someone that is going to have you totally and completely and thoroughly frustrated, and you're going to want to do whatever it takes to get to that person, to talk to them or interact with them, maybe is a better word. For those of you that this is more the category that kick the door in falls into, you know, breathe a little bit, give yourself some time. Don't go near somebody that has you that frustrated when you're in that frustrated of a mode, because it never works out well for you or anybody else involved in that scene. Okay. So try to calm down before you actually talk to the person that has you that frustrated, Sagittarius, if you're one of those that falls into that. For others of you, though, I feel like you're actually doing some kind of, literal rescue mission, whether you're rescuing a little dog or a grandma or whatever. Alrighty, that is 9 of our signs. We've got 3 more signs to go. Then we're going to do Reiki. For those of you who are here and who don't mind doing so, please share. The more shares we have, the more people that are in here. And I like to have people in here when I do the Reiki so that if they have questions, they can ask me about that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Capricorn, let's look at you guys for March the 22nd. Capricorn, what I'm hearing for you guys is take the money and run. If somebody is trying to pay you for something that you have done, don't be given any of this, oh no, you don't have to. No, you have earned that money. Take the money. Take the money and run. Don't take the money and spend it back on them. I feel like some of you would be tempted to do that. No, 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 no. You have earned this money for yourself. Take the money and run. You have done something to definitely give this person reason to pay you. Okay. So don't try to be Mr. Nice Guy Martyr or Mrs. Nice Lady Martyr. Take the money and run. Now, I am not saying that in a way to be like devious or sneaky or steal anything. Please notice I did stress that you have earned this money. Okay. Kelsey Rice, hello, hello. Marion Grant, glad to see you here. Thank you for joining us today. Now, Aquarians, what do we have coming up for you guys? Aquarians on the 22nd of March. Aquarians, it looks to me like there's some kind of plan that you've been trying to put together for a while, and you've been working on the details. You've got some good ideas about how you want this to go, but you haven't been able to get everything to quite come together yet. Kind of like when somebody makes a tattoo, like they do the whole outline of the tattoo, and then you come back later and you start putting the color in. This is what this feels like for me. Maybe some of you are literally getting tattoos and putting the color in on the 22nd, but I think that this is more of a metaphor for most of you of just you've had this plan or this outline for a while, and now you're starting to actually put it into action on the 22nd. Yep, you are too early. Right? A lot of things are a metaphor with me too, especially with these readings. Let's see. But it could be very literal. I've seen these go way more literal than I imagined before. Pisces, let's look at you guys for the 22nd of March. Pisces, Pisces. Pisces, I'm getting in a dual message. And for some of you, maybe this is happening both ways. But green is playing as very important. And to me, generally, green has to do with the heart chakra and healing around the heart chakra and around emotions. But the words I actually heard first were green-eyed monster. So Pisces, you may be finding yourself feeling a little bit jealous or insecure on the 22nd. And then I think afterwards, you may do some healing on your heart chakra to get yourself feeling like you're in an appropriate place for what's actually happening or going on around you. So for a lot of you, I think you're going to have both of those come through. For a few of you, there'll be just one or the other, either the healing or the jealousy and insecurity. Yeah, but anyway, that's what I've got for you. Congratulations to those that are doing the healing. So that's all our signs. Let's do some Reiki for 5 minutes. I am going to set the Reiki so that it will benefit you in whatever way would be the best for each of you individually. And then if you guys have something specific you want the Reiki to help you with, you feel free to reset that intention to something to that. Make sure when you're resetting your intentions that it's something that you want help with about you, not something like, oh, I'm going to have this Reiki sent to my mom. No, it needs to be something about you that you want improved in your life. And then last but not least, those of you who are watching this broadcast after I'm finished with it, please know that all you have to do is set the intention to receive the Reiki, and you will still get just as much benefit from it as those of us who are here live right now. All right, so let me get this started. So we started at 40 after the hour. We'll finish up at 45 after the hour. Janai Tukarella. I just love your name. I still love your name. I think I said that like the third day you came in. I still love it. Glad to see you here, my dear. It's not too late. You're too early. We're just starting Reiki. We got 5 more minutes of Reiki. Feeling a lot of Reiki energy going down into feet, ankles, lower calves. Tammy's resetting hers for anxiety. Names are important to me just because my name is so hard to say. Well, names have always been important to me, but I think that becomes accentuated when your name is hard to say. People like to call me Amista all the time, and it's like, I'm not Amista. I'm Amista. So I try to get names right. Names are important. Got a lot of energy going into base chakras right now, like really intense for somebody out there. Your base chakra, energy going into that just means that you're going to have some energy shifts around your things that make you feel secure, whether that's home, family, relationship with your significant other or romantic interest, security, finances, assets, investments, all of that stuff. There's energy shifting around that. That's you, huh? Now we know where that one's going. I'm sure there's more than just you that are receiving there, but it's definitely going out strong there right now. I've also got somebody hitting some energy in the shoulders. I shouldn't say hitting some energy, but pulling some energy on the shoulders. I feel like the backs of the shoulders about like maybe it feels like sort of in between the shoulder blades for somebody out there. Got a little crown chakra energy, little third eye energy. Heart chakra energy is starting to really amp up a little bit more now. Pollyanna unicorn. You know, I would take that as a compliment, Carla Alley. I have friends that think that I see the world through rose-colored glasses, and I think that they see the world through brown-colored glasses, to be nice about it. But you know what? I find that that is a nice compliment when you have people together like that, because you can sort of meet in the middle if you try to. Okay, one more minute of Reiki. Got a lot of sacral chakra going on. Sacral chakra has to do with how things feel to you, how things look to you. Are they pretty? Are they offensive? Are they scratchy? Do they feel good? Okay, 45 after the hour. Let's wrap up the Reiki. You guys were so quiet today. I guess y'all are just all relaxed. All right, so let's open this up to CODs or free for all question, whichever one. Pick one or the other. I'll be happy to do one or the other for you. Okay, Tammy Middleton wants a COD. Tammy, didn't you used to be Tammy Bambi Middleton, or am I just totally off my rocker? You're getting Lenormand today. I didn't notice a serious amount going to the left hip area. Excuse me. There was energy going out to all kinds of different places in the body, though. And you got to remember, a lot of people are receiving this Reiki, too. Not just the people that are here, but the people that are later, too. Tamabamba. You got a house card of the key and the tree. Okay, so Tammy. Hello there, Sylvie. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you here, honey. Okay, so Tammy, here's the deal. The key just means that something is going to happen for sure. All right. Now, there's a couple of ways that the tree card can go. Okay. The tree card can be about family tree, or it can be about health. Okay. So if you are wondering about something about your family, then the answer to that would be yes. If you've been wondering something about your health, then this would be a good answer, a positive answer, an answer that you would want to hear about your health. Okay. So I hope that makes sense for you, Ms. Tammy. Jonathan Cabrera already answered that. Marianne Grant would like to have a COD. Do you guys see all these little things floating around on my camera that I keep seeing? Jonathan Cabrera. No, Marianne Grant. Excuse me. Hey, Annie. Glad to see you, honey. Marianne Grant's COD. You've got the Queen of Coins showing up in reverse, honey. This is just telling me either sometime within the past 24 hours or the next 24 hours. There's somebody that you've been really generous or kind to, and you're starting to realize that that's not really making any difference. You're being generous or kind to them. And so you've decided that's enough of that generosity. I'm cutting that off. So you've got somebody cut off. Your father-in-law is getting better every day. Glad to hear that, Tammy. You're not seeing anything, Marianne? Okay. I was just wondering if that was just me or if you guys could see it. It looks like little pieces of dust that are just, they've been going every single direction. La da 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 da. Not even like orbs. Let's see. Lanice Jones would like a COD. You see nothing too. Lanice Jones is COD. Okay, Lanice, what you've got is the Wheel of Fortune. This card just tells me that you're coming out of a bad cycle, and now you're coming into where things are starting to fall in place for you better. I hope that helps you, Ms. Lenise. La, da, da, da. You're quite welcome, Marianne. All right, Kelsey Rice wants to know, will Ryan communicate with me by the end of the month? Will Ryan communicate with Kelsey by the end of the month? Excuse me. I see you waiting for communication. Waiting. Okay, first card you got comes up as waiting for communication. Then you've got the Ten of Vessels, which talks about happiness. You've got the Guardian in reverse, which talks about facing your fears and giving them the 1-2 knockout punch. This can be having a conversation with somebody where you're like dreading the conversation, and then it turns out to be like such a no big deal type of thing. We've also got, what is this called? The Blasted Oak in reverse, which is similar to the Tower in reverse. This talks about recovering from a major shakeup in the relationship. Whatever kind of relationship you have with this person, Ryan. And then you've got the Wheel of Fortune right side up. Wheel of Fortune right side up says, yes, he will be contacting you, and it will be at the right time. So here's what I say to that. Kick your feet up on the coffee table, read a book, learn about something. Take your mind off of waiting for him to contact you. And then before you know it, he will. Hope that makes sense for you, Ms. Kelsey. Floral 90, do I see you traveling by plane this year? You're quite welcome, Kelsey. Traveling by plane this year. Will Floral 90 be traveling by plane during the year of 2018? You've got some cards that want to jump. I guess we're going to let them. Right now, that energy is still not very solid. So at this point, it could still go either way. And when I say that, that just means that whenever I read for somebody, I'm reading the energy as it sits right now. So you're getting the most likely thing or the most probable outcome. Okay. Right now, you've got some shaky energy going on. Looks like if you would be traveling, it would be to some place that you've been before or to see somebody that you knew before, but you're not getting along so well with that person, or you're not thrilled with that idea of being there. You've been disappointed by that person or by that place. This actually shows you moving away from that idea of traveling to them. As I'm talking through this, we may have an answer after all. Ace of Wands. I think moving away from that idea makes you feel really kind of depressed and like, oh, but I don't want to go away from that idea. I want to hold on to that idea. And then we have the High Priestess, which talks about ultimately you're going to follow your own best intuition on this, whether you actually go or not. Okay. So for right now, I would say it doesn't look super likely, but I also would say it's not off the table either. Okay. You guys are talking so fast, I gotta scroll up to be able to see who said what. Okay, so Floral 90, that was your answer, my dear. I hope that helps you. Indifferent Sky would like to have a COD. Indifferent Sky, we are talking about, we're going to do Lenormand for you. La da da da, da 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 da. Jeanne Tucarella, I don't think I gave you a COD yet. Can you ask what's up with the Libra guy? I want a more specific question, Jenny. I mean, do you want to know what he ate for breakfast? I mean, what are we asking about what's up? What's up as in, how does he feel about me now? What are his intentions towards me now? Is he having a good life? Did he quit drinking yet? What exactly are we asking? What do you really want to know? Think about that. What do you really want to know? And put that question out there. Indifferent Sky, here's your house card. Wow, the key. Now, the key showed up yesterday for somebody too, and I think it was the last pull I did yesterday. So that makes the key show up in the house card 3 times in a row. And I know you guys heard me shuffling on here. Okay, letter. Indifferent Sky. You have a message or information. No, I'm not even going to say information because this is not the book. You have some kind of message that It could go either way. It could be that you're sending out for sure, or that somebody's sending to you for sure. I'm picking up more that this feels like this is a message that is coming to you for sure. So if this is a message that you've been waiting on, or a message that you've been expecting, or even maybe a message that you've been dreading, guess what? It's coming in for sure. Okay, so that's for indifferent sky. Jenny, I'm going to let you give me a more specific question before I do that. Because otherwise we're going to end up with a very vague answer, and I don't know that that would be very satisfying. Romy Bach would like a COD. Is your father-in-law awake yet, Tammy? Romy Bach. Excuse me. Romy, you've got the 9 of coins in reverse. I kind of feel like you're questioning a little bit your financial situation right now and wondering, oh, how am I going to pull all of this together about some kind of financial plans you have at the moment? If that makes sense for you, my dear. Sylvie would also like a COD, and you're quite welcome. Sylvie, you've got the Death card in reverse. Now, the Death card in reverse just means this is somebody in your life that you're interacting with that they really know that they need to make some changes, but for whatever reason, they are refusing to. This could be somebody that has an addiction issue and they're just not able to give up that addiction, even though they know that they should and that they would be better off if they did. This could be somebody that you're in relationship with and that they know that if they treated you with a little bit more respect and handled things well, then things could move forward much more easily, but they refuse to do that for whatever reason. So this really is a card that says that you're interacting with someone who is stubbornly refusing to change, even though they know that they would be better off if they would change. I hope that makes sense for you, Ms. Sylvie. Annie Lennington would like to have a COD. Lenise Jones, you're welcome. Floral 90, I already answered your question, honey. Angela Lukes, hello, hello. Let's see. This is for Annie Lennington right now. Annie Lennington, you've made a decision either within the past 24 hours or within the next 24 hours, you'll be making a decision. This is one where maybe not all the information that you would like to have is available to you at the point that you make the decision. However, you've got a pretty good gut instinct and you're using that to make your decision in as fair way as you possibly can. Okay, hope that makes sense for you. COD for Angela Lukes is up next. Angela Lukes, card of the day. Okay, honey, you've got the 6 of Swords showing up in reverse. 6 of Swords in reverse to me talks about some kind of lifestyle change that you're making. This can be anything from eating better, exercising more, drinking less, keeping toxic people away from you. This can be all kinds of things, but it's a lifestyle change. And so for me, this is something that you're changing that isn't just for a day or two. You're anticipating making this change for the long term. And you are making it because you're expecting that it will improve your lifestyle and possibly even the longevity of your life. So that's from Ms. Angela Lukes. Let me scroll down. Okay, your father-in-law's kidneys are working again, and they're waiting to wake him up until they clean his lungs more. Well, that's fantastic that his kidneys are working again. Things are coming along nicely then. And if you need more Reiki for him, Tammy, you know how to get a hold of me. I mean, he's had the one free session, but still, I have a really good deal if you want to buy like a package of 3. Just get a hold of me and we can talk. S. Sand, hello, hello. Tiffany Jones, glad you're here. La-da-da, COD for Tiffany Jones. We're back to the Lenormands again. Let's see if we get the key card for the house card again or not. We've already had it 3 times in a row, which is wild to me. Floral 90, you're welcome. Jenny Tucarella, thank you for adjusting that. Indifferent Sky, you're welcome. Romy Bach, you're welcome. Oh, wait. Jenny Tucarella, do you want to know how does he feel about you or what are his intentions towards you? One or the other, honey. I'm going to answer one question for you, not both. You guys are getting away from me again. Who am I doing this for? This is for Tiffany Jones. Okay, house card for Tiffany Jones. Okay, you got the birds. The birds have to do with chatter or anxiety. We'll see how this plans out here. And the cross. Okay, so the cross has a double meaning too. This can be spirituality or it can be a burden. So let's see, we've got a few ways that this can go for you. Sand, let's see, or Tiffany Jones, excuse me, got ahead of myself. Tiffany Jones. Tiffany, I feel like you're having some kind of anxiety about some kind of moral dilemma in your life right now. There's some kind of gray area that you're not exactly sure which way you want to go with. That's what I have showing up for you. Sand is up next for the COD. Good luck, Ms. Romy. Chris Prattis, hey, hey, glad to see you in the room. Annie, you're welcome. Willie Dog's mama, you haven't missed me yet. I don't know how much time I've got left, but not yet. Okay, so this is for Sand. You have the Ace of Clubs in reverse, which is telling me that you're feeling kind of blah about something that you know you should be doing right now. Or at least you have been within the past 24 hours, if not the next 24 hours. La da da da, da da da. Jenny Zuccarella, did you ever tell me which question you want here? Intentions, okay. Romy Black says exactly. I love it. Okay, what are the Libra guys' intentions towards Jenny Zuccarella? Let's find out. Jenny, Jenny. I know there's a Jenny song out there. It's just around the fringes of my brain, but it's not all the way in. Libra man's intentions towards Ms. Jenny. Well, he's a whacked kind of guy, honey. Ooh. Okay. All right, Jenny, here's what I've got on this guy. The very first card that comes up is my conflict card. He wants to fight. He's around because he wants to pick some fights. Are you dealing with a narcissist type of dude, or have you just pissed this guy off so much that now he just wants to get back at you, or he wants to fight? Something like that. I mean, it's not too often that I ask about a guy's intentions, and that's the first thing that it comes up. That's exactly the song I was thinking of, Jenny. Let's see. Next thing that we have. Is this about him or about what he wants from her? He wants you to drop your guard and to let him back in, or to let him in, whatever the case may be. Thank you, S. Sand. Peace out, honey. Let's see. He's also trying to find information. He's trying to be a little snoopy guy. He's trying to be a detective. He might be a Scorpio. We are the great detectives of the universe. Doesn't have to be a Scorpio, though. Could be an air sign. Anyway, he wants to find out what the scoop is. And then we do have the attraction card. It does show up that he is attracted towards you. So it's good that we've got a card like that in there. And then here's the thing, honey. He sees you as the Queen of Pentacles. Now, if he saw you as the Queen of Hearts, I would be pretty happy. If he saw you as the Queen of Wands, I would be okay happy. If he saw you as the Queen of Swords, I would be a little worried. But seeing you as the Queen of Pentacles, this dude wants what you have. He wants the money that you share, or the experiences that you can pay for, or the things that you can buy for him. This guy wants to share in your material goods. And when I say he wants to share in your material goods, he didn't even come up in the spread. Unless he came up as that page in reverse, the little Mr. Detective Snoopy guy. He doesn't come up here as the King of Pentacles, so he's not wanting to have a reciprocal sharing of your wealth. He wants to enjoy your wealth, whatever wealth you may have. This guy, I would stay away from. If I had these kind of cards for a guy, I would be like, oh, you are so out. So that's what comes up as far as his intentions, honey. I hope that's helpful to you. Very cool, Tammy. Willie Dog's mama, I'm so sorry, honey. That alarm just went off and I am done with questions or CODs for today. You're quite welcome, Tammy. Ah, gotcha, Tiffany Jones. Thank you, Sand. Could the wealth be sex? I don't see it as that. If that was the case, you would have shown up as the Queen of Wands instead of the Queen of Pentacles. So whatever it is that you have that he wants, I don't see it as like, I see it as more financial or material. I mean, even if you don't have money, if you have a nicer place than he has to stay in, or if you can take him places or can do things for him, or who have connections that can do those types of things, to me, this is more about material goods. To me, the Queen of Wands would be more of a let's get it on type of card. Thank you, Willie Dog's mama. I appreciate that. You know what I mean, Jenny? You're quite welcome, honey. All right, guys. On that note, it is time for me to take off. If any of you would like to schedule a private reading with me, or if you would like to get a 1 or 2 question recorded reading, you can find out how to do that on my website. Also, if you'd like to schedule Reiki sessions, you can find out how to do that on my website. All my contact information is there. You can reach me via Skype, phone, text, email. I would recommend either Skype or text. That's the way you can usually catch me the quickest. Emails tend to get lost in the shuffle. But then once you get a hold of me, we can get something scheduled, and usually pretty quick. I don't do long waiting lists. I try to help people as soon as I can. So everybody, thank you so much for being here, for keeping me fresh, and I'll see you guys the next time. Peace out.